Hi, and welcome to Karen's Kitchen Easy. Together with our kitchen basics, tips, and tricks, we're going to make you the star of your kitchen. If you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the link below this video. It'll take you to karenskitcheneasy.com where you can find a printable version of today's recipe. But just remember, if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. But wait, it is easy, and you can do it too. Today's recipe is easy cucumber dip, tzatziki. Tzatziki is actually a very old Mid-Eastern dish, and it's a condiment or a dip. And it's very easy to make. There are actually only 5 ingredients. And we're going to start with a cucumber. Now, not too large because we don't want to deal with big seeds in the middle. But just a regular cucumber will do just fine. We're going to peel, and also about a tablespoonful of garlic, more or less depending on how much you love garlic, about a teaspoon of salt, and about a teaspoon of dill weed. Now, not dill seed, but dill weed. And also about a 3/4 cup of unflavored yogurt. So the first thing we're going to do is peel our cucumber. We don't want the seed, we don't want the peel, unless it's an English cucumber, because the peelings are usually rather tough. So let's move everything aside here and get our cucumber peeled. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we do want to get those peelings off of there. Now once that's all done, and we're going to cut the ends off, we're going to grate it with a regular box grater. Now, you can use a food processor if you like, but you do run the risk of turning your cucumber to mush, and we don't want that. So we're just going to use a regular box grater, and it really doesn't take that long. Use the largest hole on your grater if you have the choice, and just take it down as far as you can. Now, some people also like to simply split the cucumber and scoop out the seeds and mince it fine or chop it fine. But I just prefer the texture of the grated cucumber myself. It also tends to pull a little bit of moisture out of it, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. So once we have that grated down just as far as we can get it, and you can see it's already collecting some moisture on my countertop here. And watch your fingers, especially as you get near the end, because those graters can be sharp. And I think I've got it just about as far as I'm going to get. Let's discard the rest of it here. Pull out the little bits that you can from your grater. And we're going to put it in a bowl. And to this, and look at all that moisture it's already left behind. To this, we're going to add our salt. And along with being a flavoring agent, the salt also acts as a drying agent. What it's going to do is it's going to suck the moisture out of the cucumber. We want to get a lot of that moisture out of there. So we're going to mix the salt in really well and then let it set for about an hour. Now after an hour, and you can see it really has pulled a lot of moisture away from that cucumber, we're just going to scoop our cucumber up and we're going to squeeze it. And that's going to wring out as much of the juice as we possibly can from the cucumber. Now, some people also like to put their yogurt into a bag and let it drain, and that also pulls more moisture away. But we're just going to do it this way and wring our cucumber as well as we can. And then we're going to pull it all and wring it one more time, and look at all of that liquid is left behind. And this makes a very professional looking tzatziki. So that is one of the tips and tricks that you've learned. Just to squeeze your cucumbers as much as you can. Put it back in the bowl. Now to that, we're going to add our 3/4 cup of unflavored yogurt. Now be sure it doesn't have fruit flavoring or vanilla flavoring, because that's going to just wreak havoc with the flavors in this dish. So get it stirred in together, and it's already looking really pretty and summery and green. And to that, we're going to add our garlic. Now I said 1 tablespoonful, but more or less depending on how much you love garlic. And then also our teaspoon of dill weed. And then just stir it up. And that's all there is to it. Now, some recipes also call for adding a tablespoon or so of lemon juice or vinegar or even wine. But we're going to keep this just as basic as possible. And it makes a wonderful dip. You can serve it with pita slices or on toast. points or with crackers or even as a spread on bread. And some recipes even have you mincing up about a tablespoonful of mint to put in, and that gives a wonderful Mideastern flavor to your tzatziki. But here we have it just as basic as you possibly can, and it makes a great little centerpiece with the pita spread around it on a pretty plate. And remember, if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. But wait, it is easy, and you can do it too. So I'll see you next time on Karen's Kitchen Easy.